name's Ed Durbis. This is 93 Drive. Today, we're driving the 2023 Hyundai Palisade with a 3.8 liter V6 engine, non-turbocharged, not like all the other cars we've driven that are turbo. This one's producing 391 horsepower and 362 pounds of torque for a car that weighs about 4,500 pounds and it'll tow about 5,000 pounds. So with that being said, let's go find out what this Hyundai Palisade 2023 has got to offer. So let's get this show on the road. All right, here we go. Let's get inside the Palisade and let's see exactly what she's like inside. Let's go inside. And you can see everything will hit start button. And you see everything just basically comes up to life. Pretty simple. Everything I have to say is very intuitive. All the materials in here, which I'll go over in just a split second, is pretty well built. There's a little bit of plastic, but nothing really to gripe about it. The design is very, very clean. Obviously, if you look back, we'll go back there in a minute, you have the two captain chairs. It does have a panoramic sunroof, as you can see. You can just flip it open. There you go. So pretty intuitive. So let's jump in the back and let's see. Obviously, from down here, you can select different modes and dual sound control, heated cooling seats, heated steering wheel. So all new push buttons. I know we talked about this in the last video. So let's go in the back and let's take a look and see what the back it's like. We're gonna hop back here in the back, and as you, like I mentioned earlier, you do have the captain's chair. Also do have the blinds in the back, as you can see, and you also do have a different row in the back as well. So these right now are on the seat, and as you can see, we have our equipment in the back, so we got plenty of room. So with that being said, let's go find out. As you can see, 4-zone climate control with heated and cooling seats in the back. Let's go for a spin. All right, here we go. As I mentioned in the intro, the push buttons are here to stay. I know that we truly, all car fans, we like the shifter. Like, the biggest surprise that I had this past weekend was that Corvette with the manual transmission with 3 pedals, but here we're back to our traditional button. So with that being said, let's get on the road and let's see what this Palisade drives like. We have an eco mode because I think for the most part, most people who do purchase this car will drive it in this mode, because at the end of the day, it is a family cruiser. This is a full-size SUV, like I showed you, with about almost 6 feet of storage in the back when the seats are pulled down. Coming just out of Parkway, absolutely light steering wheel, but it does have nice thickness to the steering wheel. One of the things that I have to say that I really do like, that I have not seen a lot in other cars, is the fact that when you turn on the signal, you're blinking, either the left, where the speedometer is, it gives you a screen of actually that side of the road where you are going to turn into. Same thing with when you're turning the blinker to the right side, same thing. You got the RPM gauge that gives you an idea of which way and shows you the camera, as well as aside of just having the sensors on the mirrors. Due to the fact that it's not a turbocharge, you don't have to wait for any kind of turbo kicking or anything like that. So we'll see how that reacts when we get it up on a twisty road and also on a highway when we do our final thoughts. But so far, as you can see, we're driving here in a park where most of these cars will be coming to, will be football field, soccer field, which is the majority of the time where this car will be driven at. So we'll make a quick U-turn and then we'll head out. We'll go find a tiny little twisty road, and then, as we always do, we'll do our final thoughts. All right, here we go. We found a little neighborhood with the loops around and kind of get you a feel exactly what, like I keep mentioning, this is exactly what this car was really meant to be driven around these neighborhoods. One thing that I like to say is that we're out here in Loudoun County. If you've ever been out in Loudoun County in Virginia, tons of wineries, breweries, so I highly recommend it. But I gotta say that just driving around here and these roads, it really does give you a real good sense of exactly what this car is really all about. You know, I know that we should put it in sports mode, but you know what? I don't think that and the condition that we're today, we're gonna do that. And also a big thanks to our subscriber who's letting us come out and test drive their Palisade as well. So we'll stay in our best behavior and not go crazy. But as you can see, it's just such a smooth riding car. It's so comfortable with this kind of captain seats. The steering is just so perfectly weighted. And now that we're actually on a move, it does have a little more weight than when we were in the parking lot, but it just transitions perfectly well. You can tell that it's a big car, and you can sense that even here you do have a little pitch of body roll, but other than that, it's just riding just perfectly fine. We'll come down here to an old dairy farm, and then we'll head back and we'll take it down the highway, and then we'll do our final thoughts. But overall, I am truly impressed with the way it rides, the way it feels, and it just picks up enough speed that, you know, it's just perfectly comfortably well. Good environment to be in. You know, it doesn't do anything crazy. So I'm curious to see how she's going to ride on the highway, and see what kind of, if we can feel some of that 4,500 pounds of mass weight that it has. But you know, one of the things that the owner of this car, they have a boat, so they, you know, for them to be able to have the ability to be able to tow at least 5,000 pounds and still carry at least 7 passengers, that's pretty good. So let's try to get down, or let's get down to the highway and see how she does down there. All right, with that being said, let's get down to location. All right, here we go, our final thoughts. We've had a chance to go ahead and drive the Palisade for a while, and I have to say this actually has been quite a delight. Extremely comfortable. You know, we took it exactly where the car would be in the neighborhood. We take it to where the football field be, the soccer fields. We took it into town. You know, right now it's a beautiful day here in Washington. It's extremely warm, so we got the cooling seats on. I'm getting used to everything that is just well laid out. And I have to say, this is truly has become a really nice, luxurious car. Even though Hyundai does have the Genesis, which is their higher end luxury cars, but really this really makes it, I think that puts it really up there, ahead of pretty much, I'll say probably Honda and Toyota, and the way the quality is. In regards of old school quality, I always wonder about what it'd be like, so it'll be interesting to see how the quality of these cars will last. Not so much of that, but the engine power. The powertrain's always had issues way in the past, but obviously right now it seems like they've gotten it together and they're heading in the right direction. So I'm really excited to see where the Hyundai brand is going and see how they continue competing with the rest of the other Japanese and Korean brands out there. So a big thanks to our subscriber who let us come out and take a look at this car. If you have not subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Do subscribe, give it a thumbs up, share, comment, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell on. Ding! That way you know when the next videos come out. Until then, I can't wait to catch you guys in the next video very soon. Bye.